Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that I know has touched many of us. Why do we keep falling for the wrong people? It can feel like a frustrating, endless cycle. You meet someone, the sparks fly, but soon enough you find yourself in the same old familiar and often painful situation. You might even ask yourself, is there something wrong with my internal compass? Well, the short answer is no, but your brain might be playing some fascinating tricks on you. It's not about bad luck or a curse. It's about psychology, brain chemistry, and the powerful patterns we learn in childhood. Let's start with a big one. Familiarity. Our brains are wired to seek out what feels familiar, because familiar feels safe, even if it's a type of safe that's actually unhealthy. Think about your earliest relationships, especially with your caregivers. These relationships create a blueprint, an emotional home for you. If that home was filled with unpredictability, emotional distance, or criticism, your brain might unconsciously seek out partners who recreate those same dynamics. It's not because you enjoy the pain. It's because your subconscious recognizes the pattern. It says, I know this feeling. I know how to navigate this world. So if you grew up having to fight for attention or love, you might be drawn to emotionally unavailable partners because that struggle feels like home. It's a concept called repetition compulsion, where we're driven to repeat these old scenarios, subconsciously hoping that this time we can fix it and get the love we always craved. Another huge factor is something called intermittent reinforcement. This is the same principle that gets people hooked on slot machines. You pull the lever, and most of the time, you get nothing. But every once in a while, you win. That unpredictable reward is incredibly addictive. Now apply this to a relationship. If a partner is sometimes wonderful, affectionate, and present, but other times distant, critical, or absent, your brain gets hooked on the highs. You start living for those good moments, enduring the bad ones in anticipation of the next reward. This creates a powerful chemical bond. Your brain releases dopamine not just when you get the reward of their affection, but also in anticipation of it. This can make a chaotic, unstable relationship feel far more exciting and passionate than a stable, consistent one, tricking you into thinking it's true love. Then there's the savior complex. Have you ever been drawn to someone who seems broken, like a project you can fix? This often comes from a deep-seated need to feel valuable and in control. By focusing on saving someone else, you might be avoiding your own unresolved issues or insecurities. The feeling of being needed can be a powerful substitute for feeling genuinely loved and seen for who you are. The problem is, you can't fix another person. True change has to come from within them, and basing a relationship on this dynamic often leads to exhaustion, resentment, and heartbreak when you realize your efforts are in vain. Let's also talk about low self-worth. If, deep down, you don't believe you deserve a healthy, loving, and respectful partner, you're more likely to accept behavior that falls short of that. You might ignore red flags or make excuses for poor treatment because a part of you feels that's all you're worthy of. A partner who treats you well might even feel uncomfortable or too good to be true because their loving behavior doesn't match your internal narrative about yourself. So, you gravitate towards people who confirm your negative self-beliefs, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. So how do we break this cycle? It's not about blaming yourself, it's about becoming aware of these patterns. The first step is radical self-honesty. Start by looking at your past relationships. What are the common themes? What kind of people are you consistently drawn to, and how do those relationships make you feel? Journaling can be an incredible tool here. Write down your relationship history and see what patterns emerge. The next step is to heal the root cause. This often involves looking back at your childhood and understanding the emotional blueprint you were given. It's about learning to give yourself the validation and security you may not have received. This is where therapy can be life-changing. A good therapist can help you identify these unconscious patterns and develop new, healthier ways of relating to yourself and others. You have to learn to reparent yourself, to be the source of your own comfort and validation. From there, it's about consciously defining what a healthy relationship looks like to you. Not what the movies tell you, but what genuine partnership, respect, and support feel like. Write down your non-negotiables. What are the green flags you want to look for? Things like consistent communication, mutual respect, shared values, and emotional maturity. When you're clear on what you want, it becomes much easier to spot what you don't want and to walk away from it early on. Finally, practice being comfortable with the calm. Healthy love isn't always a dramatic roller coaster. Sometimes it's quiet, steady, and consistent. It might not give you those addictive highs and lows, but it provides a foundation of safety and security where you can truly thrive. Learn to appreciate the peace of a stable connection. It might feel boring at first if you're used to chaos, but that boredom is actually peace. It's the space where real, lasting love can grow. Breaking these deep-seated patterns takes time, patience, and a lot of self-compassion. It's a journey of unlearning and relearning, but it is absolutely possible. You deserve a love that nurtures you, not one that forces you to constantly prove your worth. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this gave you some valuable insights. If this resonated with you, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our future discussions. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.